Hi guys, it's Chenae Carey from Chenae Carey Coaching, and today I want to talk to you about Facebook content. And what I'm finding is that so many people are sitting down and going to write content on their Facebook page and like pulling their hair out basically because they have no idea what to post about. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 10 little examples today, so hopefully that helps you with content creation. So what I want to talk about first is sharing posts. So have a look at what you're seeing in your newsfeed when you're scrolling through. And if you see anything that's of interest to you that you find is really captivating or is quite popular or is just relevant for what you're talking about in your business, make sure you share it. So there's a couple of ways you can do that. You can instantly click share and pop it straight onto your Facebook page. If you don't want to do that instantly, you might have a scheduled post ready to go at sort of a similar time. You don't want too close together. Don't want your posts, I should say, too close together. What you can actually do is copy the URL of that actual post and make it a scheduled post and put it up a little bit later. Make sure you type a little something with it and say what you think you would like to say about that particular share post as to why you're sharing it. Don't just share it and leave it. The same thing goes as you can actually share people's Facebook pages. So tip number 2 is actually sharing a page. So you might find that there's a particular page, like for example, someone like Prince EA. Hopefully most of you know who he is. He's quite inspiring, and so sharing his page and encouraging people to follow him is a really good idea. That leads in beautifully into my third tip, which is shout out. So you might like to shout out to people who are also in business, whether you're working with them and they're your client, or vice versa, you're actually their client and you're really, really benefiting from working with them. Shouting out to other businesses, shouting out to people who are supporting you, shouting out to people who are doing amazing things, whatever it might be. So I really encourage you to do some shout outs on your Facebook business page. The next one I've got is blog. So if you actually have a blog, make sure you're sharing that onto your Facebook business page. If you're putting the time and the effort and the energy into writing blogs, why would you only put it on your blog? You're crazy if you don't repurpose your content. So tip number 4 is actually to put your blog onto your Facebook business page. And not only that, put it on there multiple times. Put it on there when it goes live, but then also share it a few more times into the future. Don't have it coming up 3 times a week. That's not going to work, but spread it out and repurpose that content. All right, so tip number 5 is subscribe. So if you have a mailing list, if you're at that stage in your business and you have a mailing list, there's ways for people to subscribe. So it might just be a simple link. Here's how you can subscribe. It might be an opt-in. It might be a freebie. It could be something that they can get in exchange for subscribing to your newsletter list. Make sure you're giving people the opportunity to do that on your Facebook page every now and then. Don't do it too often, but make sure it is there amongst the mix of content. So that was number 5. Number 6 is images. So when you're creating your Facebook posts, make sure you've actually got really beautiful, captivating, and branded images. I see so often that an image is done and it might be just a little bit of alignment is out of whack, or something's just not quite perfectly centered. And it can take a really beautiful image from looking fantastic and looking really great and captivating to looking quite DIY. So do be mindful if you are creating your images, say in Canva, for example, that you are actually going over them and looking at them with a fine-tooth comb. If you're not, get some feedback from other people. There's lots of other people out there who would be, the ones that you love and trust in your business. Share them, share the posts with them and see what they say. Get their feedback, get their honest feedback, and be open to working on it if it needs a bit of tweaking. So tip number 7 is inspiration. Inspiration, we're moving towards a more conscious and a more positive world. The ship is turning and we're heading this way. And I think that inspirational quotes have a beautiful place in your Facebook page. So find something that resonates, have them in there in the mix sporadically. Don't make everything an inspiring quote. You do need a really good balanced mix. So make sure you've got inspiration on there, and it might be relevant to your business. It might be something that inspires you. And if it inspires you, share why. Get a little bit personal with your content. The next one is promotion, and that's tip number 8. So for tip number 8, make sure you're promoting your stuff. If you're in business, you need to promote your products or services on your Facebook business page. It needs to be made clear to your followers how they can work with you. All right, so that's tip number 8. Tip number 9 is educate and tips. So there's a bit of a variety in this. So you might need in your field to educate people. So if you're a dietitian or if you're in health, it might be about educating people. There might be a lack of knowledge. You also might be able to give people tips and advice. So training tips and, you know, food tips, portion sizes, those kinds of things. So make sure you're giving valuable information. One thing I've learned from Tash Corbin is that you are way more than one post, one webinar, one blog article. You have way more to give than that. So don't be afraid of giving away value, exactly like I'm doing today. It's not all I can do for you, and I love giving away that free value and free content. I think it's really beautiful. Last and certainly not least is the face factor. Make sure your face is on your business page. People will not get to know you, learn to like you, trust you, and then buy from you if they can't get to know you as the first part of the process. So please allow them to get to know you. Share your face. If you're not comfortable with selfies, don't use selfies. Take some pictures, you know, go to a, I don't know, like a park or something like that. Anywhere that's got a beautiful background. Take a friend, take a partner, take your hubby, take a whatever, take a child. Take a child that's, you know, old enough to take photos for you that aren't blurry. Take someone to a park, you know, have yourself looking the way you would want to look when you're presenting yourself for your business, and get them to take some photos for you. And then when you're at the place where you are ready and you are comfortable to take selfies, then you can take them yourself. So they're my top 10 tips for content. There's loads more where that comes from. And if you'd like a copy of my little Facebook tips PDF, please let me know. I can send you a little link to that. So that's it from me. I've got loads more where that came from. Most of them are in my Facebook workbook. So yeah, like I said, let me know if you'd like to grab a copy of that. And that's it from me. If you've got any questions, please do get in touch. Otherwise, I'll talk to you guys really soon. Bye.